All right, it's Sunday night. I have a little bit of energy back because I was not feeling very energetic earlier this afternoon / this evening, but a bit okay now. Oh, like I wasn't going to do any cocktail videos, but I might now. I got stuff together to do it. Might be some nice cocktails. And hello, Loogie, a musical aviator, and Honey. Loogie, that is a thing that really weirds me out about you, like that Tornado Alley in the US. Damn. But then again, I suppose our just accepting bushfire season is weird to some people. But our bushfires are rarely as life-threatening as the fucking tornadoes. And we do also have tropical cyclones occasionally up north. So, I don't know. How'd that go up, Hardy? Inclement. Oh, yes, the way English works, that word could be pronounced insolent, if that's what you were getting at. Hey, Luke, happy Easter. Never told it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do the make a cocktail. Holy shit, you live in the middle of Tornado Alley. Yeah, that does my head in. The fact that it's a dice roll every year, like one of those tornadoes could just devastate a major city, and it's pure friggin' luck they haven't really. Anyway, I'm going to make a cocktail. Let's get ready, because here I come now. The one I always get stuck, the old Motown song when I'm getting ready to shoot a video. Either that or often when I'm starting a stream, I get the Muppet Show theme in my head. So I'm getting ready. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started. I did not clean up the other day. I just threw a bunch of shit on the floor. I might try and remember that tomorrow and sweep up back behind the bar. I always clean the top of the bar, which is too sticky. But I threw a bunch of shit on the floor the other day. And oh shit! I left a bunch of stuff in the dishwasher. I am going to have to disappear for a minute or two and get some stuff out of the dishwasher. Oh. It won't take long. So you'll cover for me. If someone comes in and goes, where the hell is he? I just forgot some stuff in the dishwasher. I have to go and get it. Okay. Round one of getting stuff out of the dishwasher. I probably could have done it in one trip. But there's a risk I might drop shit if I did that, so I thought, just take it easy. Now, some glassware that goes in the cupboard. Because it's not my primary glassware. One more trip To the dishwasher. Hey, Strictly Sega. Oh, you had a lovely nap? Not today. I did the other day, though. All right. You know what I mean? Second trip wasn't that much. I maybe could have done it in one trip, but I didn't want to risk it. Hello, Hannah. Oh, I was in bed for not asleep the whole time, but I was in bed for 11 hours last night. Okay. Now, let's get this sorted. Okay. You want this party started, right? You want this party started quickly. No, we're gonna do Captain Cuba. All right, mezcal. Let us. Do I have any? Why do I not have any sugar? Jesus Christ! I am all over the fucking shop. Mezcal. The Peloton de la Muerte. Death Squad. Sherry. I've never had mezcal and sherry before, and coconut water, which is a really interesting one. But god damn it! Sorry, I'm going. Could use cherry syrup. No, I'm gonna go and get some of my sugar syrup. Oh, just be a second. Jesus Christ, how many times am I gonna go in and out? Got my sugar syrups. I'm making a whole bunch of stuff this afternoon too. And saline. Freshly made saline, because I'm a fucking professional. Well, no, I'm not. Just an amateur who enjoys. The other thing, an amateur who takes it seriously. I don't even know if I actually take it seriously. All right, let's turn this on. Get this glass ready. And I think I will chill my glass. Use this scoop. And do the professional way. I'll put ice in the glass. Maybe even a little bit more. And chill it. All right. All right. Now we're getting ready. Sherry, coconut water, sugar syrup. Okay, stopper doesn't want to come out of my sugar syrup. There we go. Get the mezcal ready. The sherry ready. Wait, how much mezcal am I doing? 45 mils. Wow, the coconut water is a really interesting element in this. Don't know if I'm going to like this. We'll see. This is a big, big experiment. See if I do it properly tonight. Instead of the way I fucked up the other night. Right, let's go. 15 mils of the cherry. Five mils of sugar syrup. And 2 drops of saline. All right. It's easy now to make the flavors pop. I don't know if that even works. Everyone says it does. Put the lids on so I don't knock things over. I mean, just in case I knock things over. Putting on the lid is not necessarily going to stop me knocking something over. How's that going? Spilled some. Okay, that is tasting good. See what it's like when I pour it in a glass. Right, so that's the making of. And this is just a short, so I'm going to do a quick talkie and then I'll sit down. And I may or may not make more cocktail videos. You may just chill, hang out, and chat. We'll see how we go. It's a strange and mysterious world. Maybe. I didn't want to make this other sherry cocktail tonight. So I probably will. All right. What do you do? G'day, cocktail lovers. This is the mezcal. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a mezcal-based cocktail with some really interesting ingredients. It's called Donde es Yolanda, or Where is Yolanda? And I've been very keen to give this a try. This is a really interesting drink. I think you'll like it. Here's how we make it. In a mixing glass, we put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of mezcal, then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of sherry. Add to that 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of. Wait, I think I got those ingredients wrong. In a mixing glass, we put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of mezcal, then add 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of sherry. Then we're adding 45 mils or 1.5 ounces of coconut water, and then just around a bar spoon or 5 mils of sugar syrup. To round things out, 2 drops of saline solution to make the flavors pop. Add ice to the glass, stir that for about 20 seconds to get it nice and chilled, and I'm straining that into a chilled coupe. three unlikely ingredients, mezcal, sherry, and coconut water, come together in a really interesting drink. Try the Donde Est Yolanda. Cheers. It's a genuinely interesting drink. Probably not on my favorites list, but not bad. I'll have to try. Have a couple more sips and give it my final ranking. And hello, Dr. Jones on Twitch. Ooh, I think I need to change batteries in my audio recorder. Right, this bright light, a bit more mood lighting. Let's chill out. All right. You're saying, did I develop a speech impediment? No, I just start stumbling over words. Ooh, that's a napping tip, watching a DVD. Stop, play. It's on loop, so you don't get menu music to wake you up. Ah. Okay. That is top tip. Anyway, I'm going to put some orange peel in here. This one's not really doing it for me anymore. No. All right, so I'm just going to use it up. I get in the mood before the stream. I played the autism song. I might be a cunt, but I'm not a fucking cunt. Oh, I'm surprised how much I like sherry in cocktails. It's worth seeking out good recipes, but it's like, sherry? Really? Absolutely astounded how much I like it in cocktails. And yes, keep it in the fridge after you open it. So ideally, do what I do. The one I get, you can get half bottles. So I'm more likely to use it all up before it oxidizes, which is a problem with the wine products. Oh, there's some weird little floaty in my drink. I'm just getting it out. Do you know what that was? Yep, I never knew how much I like sherry in cocktails till I tried a few. This is a really interesting cocktail. It's leaning up towards the 8 out of 10 for me. I might make it again. Very smoky because it's got quite a lot of mezcal in it. And the coconut water is really playing with it. I'm not sure how much of a look. I guess there's like the little sweetness, nuttiness from the sherry. But, well, I'm going to make, okay, Dr. Jones, I'm going to make another sherry cocktail. This one's rum based. So, I got the sherry out of the fridge. Thought I'd make the most of it. Make a couple of sherry cocktails. And what started as one child having an egg-induced Easter meltdown turned the party house down the street. Full-on fight. Cops called. Damn, that's how you spend Easter. Jesus died for their right to party and punch on, I guess. Yeah, that was absolutely playing in my head too, Strictly Sega. Sherry Baby. Absolutely. He wants pics of the fight. That's just going to extend the fight if you go down taking pics and videos. Mind you, people do it all the friggin' time. You see so many fights on TikTok. It's wild. And I don't even go on TikTok much. I just see other people shooting these in just like full-on fights. What are you going to do? I'm probably going to have some eggnog later because I was down to, I've been keeping eggnog in the fridge. Oh my God, that was the thing. Oh, how many years ago is that from, Loogie? World Star. So Hannah, street backing onto your house. Can't be asked walking that far for Bogan's trunk swinging over eggs. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. That seems like way too much hassle. Just realized that thing was there. Probably in all the shops, people are going to go, what the fuck was that? God, I'm unobservant sometimes. So, Loogie, World Star about 10 years ago. I do remember that. Mm. No, that's an 8 out of 10. I don't mind that at all. Really interesting, weirdly different. So it gets to choose the DVDs. Oh my gosh. The BBC version of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was so good, and the effects were so lo-fi, like old Doctor Who level effects. I have on vinyl the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy radio play. So, yeah. I haven't listened to it in a very long time, but I did listen to it when I got it. Double album. So that's one of the weirder things in my collection. You end up with 11 bags of Easter eggs. Ooh, yeah. What can you do with them? I've been avoiding them myself. Oh yeah, no. I get it. Yeah, absolutely. A DVD to nap to. I get what you're saying, Street Sega. Uh, I blame me being a fat bastard on Easter. Well, really, it's just all about my lack of self-control. But the first time I got really fat, I was in my 20s. A girlfriend at the time was a nurse, and all the hospital patients were getting given Easter stuff that they couldn't eat, and they're just going to say, "Oh, you're so lovely, take this." And she ended up with this frigging ridiculous box of Easter chocolate that she brought home and encouraged me to eat it. And I got really fat. And here's a weird, this is me being the conspiratorial ex-boyfriend. There was a period where I went, man, I got fat. I should go to the gym. I was just doing aerobics. I'm not like a pumping iron guy. I was doing aerobics at the gym and it was working. Like, things were on track. And she was not supportive. Like, she would try to derail me going to the gym and just eat more food. And it was like years later I went, am I crazy or is that a thing? Was she like feeding me, making me fat? I don't know. I think that's me doing crazy talk, actually. Your Rice Krispies always sound so good, Hannah, with the eggs on top. Party fight, lock the doors, one foghorn on the balcony yelling at the cops. Oh my God, that's just gonna spiral. Lukey, what a plan. Actually, frozen chocolate, I don't mind because it's the consistency of it I quite like. School did an Easter egg picnic every year, had a picnic, brought Easter eggs to donate to the Children's Hospital. There you go. Exactly what sick kids need, chocolate. Daylight savings made the stream 2 a.m. Yeah. Look, if you're ever having the insomniac nights and you join us, greatly appreciate it, Dr. Jones. Also, I completely understand if the time change does it. Now, we're about to get daylight saving. And let me see, how far off is it? Just going to look it up on the Googs. Daylight saving 2024. 7th April, so it's only a week away, right? So time will go back an hour. That might work in your favor. I don't know. It's so fucking complicated. I don't get it. So if I get that right, yeah, I will be starting this in a week. I will be starting the streams 1 hour earlier. So there you go. God, school of 1,300 rich kids, parents sent them with a dozen eggs, and all the kids in the hospital. Yeah, just what kids in hospital need. Chocolate. Oh, weakness of sausage and egg McMuffin. Me, it's bacon sandwich. That's my post-long stream food. Wake up and make a bacon sandwich. Ooh, bacon and egg, yes. I got focaccia at the supermarket today. It was on special. I got that specifically to make a bacon and egg focaccia tomorrow morning. Yes, Hannah, we're going to come back into your time zone because you don't do the devil's daylight saving. So, yeah, that one's good, more interesting than fantastic. So it doesn't get a 9 out of 10. Not going to make another one now, but I think it gets an 8 out of 10 because it's really interesting. Oh, friggin' hash browns. I love them so much more than sausage and egg McMuffins. 2 hash browns, that's the way to go. Dr. Chance, that's what you're going to have tomorrow? Oh, yeah, fair call. That point of the day, unaware of the amount of chocolate you'd be facing. True. I remember going out with Dr. Abigail, stopping at the churro place, and she places her order, getting a drink, and order of churros for 2. And the guy, when she orders churros for 2, the guy goes, "Is that everything?" I went, "No, that's her order. I'm ordering churros for 2 as well." Loogie cooked up a hamburger. Oh man, honey chipotle barbecue sauce, and been drinking breakfast. Sorry, been drinking coffee since breakfast. Oh, dude, living your best life. Okay, it's worth looking up, Dr. Jones, the different sherries, because there are a few quite different sherries, but sherry is basically, and this varies depending which sherry you're using, but it's a bit of sweetness, and it's often an almost nutty flavor that comes in. Unsurprisingly, some sherries are more sweet, some are less sweet, some are a bit more herbal, but it is actually worth reading up on sherries before you make any, and also find bloody recipes that sound good and see what sherry they say. Frankie, thank you for that. Oh God, I forgot to use it. No, Frankie's done this really decadent image I can use for thumbnails. Thank you for reminding me, Frank, because I forgot to use it tonight. But because you've reminded me, I'm going to save it to this laptop. Oh, where are we? I just got to find it. Actually, I have to share this because this is ridiculous. I love it. I'm just saving it here so I can use it for a thumbnail on another stream. But I don't know if anyone remembers me pulling this face. I remember where this came from, but Frank's done this thumbnail for me. That's so ridiculous. I love that so much. Oh my God. Loogie, it continues to be completely weird to me that Kinder eggs are illegal because of the choking hazard and guns are so widespread. It's ridiculous. Should you say your power supply to your PC went out? Wait 3 days to resurrect it. Damn. So yeah, I'll probably use that as a thumbnail on another stream. It's hilarious. In a portrait like that made for your dad for Christmas. Well, Frank just out of the blue decided I should be presented like that. So, okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring a cocktail skewer in here. Also, who wants a daggy 70s bar set in the form of friggin' golf clubs? There's bar spoon. In fact, I think there's 2 bars. Oh no, that's a stabby thing. I don't know. What the fuck? I think that's maybe for breaking the seals on bottles. That's a cocktail fork, like for getting cocktail onions and cherries out, put on, and olives, I guess. It's another spoon. Here's the funny one: the jigger, like the half side and the full side, it's got the like all the golf clubs are meant to stick out, but this one can't because that doesn't fit in. So weirdly, you have to stick that golf club in. And I think there's one more that's a bottle opener. Dave left this over here on Thursday night. Dave Blumenstein, when he came over with all that stuff, he left me with that. Lukey, you reckon it might be an ice pick? Strictly saying it probably cost a fortune to mail. I'll do it. Like probably over $20 to mail it. So, I mean, you're going to have to really want it to fork over for the postage. You reckon that's any good thing? I was actually using I'm using some of the 70s booze in various concoctions. I made eggnog with some of the whiskey and brandy today, and I'm making a new spiced apple sugar syrup. I'll finish making that tomorrow, and I'll be making another liqueur. I think I'll make a liqueur with some of the brandy he gave me, because I've made rum liqueur, I've made whiskey liqueur, I've made rum and whiskey liqueur. I haven't made brandy. Now I've got all this brandy that's okay, kind of dodgy on its own, but I think it'd be good in the liqueur. So I'm using them all, but I made a huge batch of eggnog. I'll probably finish off the last of my aged eggnog. I don't even remember when I made it, 2 or 3 months ago. I got 2 batches I made in. Okay, well, okay, Strictly Sega. Let's message on Discord how to arrange that. Because I'm more than happy. Dude, you just cover the postage, I'll send it to you. Hannah, if you're using 70s booze, should be making As Drunk by Weird Dudes with Bill. Yeah, honestly. That's the dark ages. The 70s and 80s is the dark ages of cocktails. It's kind of like where everything was called teeny, just put in a V-shaped glass. Things like yeah, everyone they were drinking like Black Russians, White Russians, sex names like Sex on the Beach and The Orgasm and the Screaming Orgasm. Oh, neat! You made your own liqueur, Nocino walnut liqueur. Nice. Just fucking go for it, man. Like that's the thing, in Nocino. Anything that says amaretto, any recipe that says amaretto, use your Nocino in it and see what it's like, because it's just a different flavored nut liqueur. So, you know, there's a house near you was up for sale. It was like a porn set from the 70s. Yeah, when the decor doesn't change, it's like, oh gosh. I remember one getting advertised here. It was a big house, and it had this ultra expensive refit done in the 70s, and it was still kind of okay. But you're just looking at it going, holy shit, that is 70s. That's Brady Bunch. See, Dr. Jones, I do the same thing. Like I have macadamia liqueur. But you will find some recipes that specifically say use Nocino, walnut liqueur, but any nut liqueur, sort of interchangeable. Frankie, internet hung up. Yes, that was a fun full title. Oh yeah, actually, good advice, Luigi. If you're going to go into those houses, take a black light just to see what's sprayed everywhere. Yeah, but Mad Men's before actually it runs into the 70s, doesn't it? I think Tom Collins, he makes a Wisconsin style old fashioned at one point. Puts way too much fruit and too much soda in it. But the Tom Collins is a really old drink. Like you still make classics that are more than 100 years old. Hannah taking a hand carved wooden talking a hand carved wooden eagle in the entryway, carpeted bathrooms. What the hell? Built-in round bed, yes. Oh, wallpaper stuff. It is a 70s porn set. My God. That's the jokes about what kids were up to. His 8-year-old makes him a Tom Collins. It's just like a gin highball, a Tom Collins. But all right, I'm going to disappear. This is like for the 10th time, but probably the last. Actually, probably not the last. I was just thinking of a couple of things that I want to bring all out at the same time. So I may go in and out while we're talking about 70s porn. That's how you feel when you see the Tom Collins. Yeah, it's really funny. I'm not that into highballs. I hardly ever make them. But it's kind of like every time I have one, it's like, oh, yeah, this is good. That's why people like highballs. It's nice. It's absolutely weird that I hardly ever make them. When I have them, I like them. Yeah. Frankie, you remembered a while ago, Weird Australian movie, Boys in the Trees. An Indigenous bloke performing a song at a wake. Oh, depends. Oh, a rusty nail can be good. Rusty nail's just whiskey and Drambuie, I think. So whiskey and whiskey liqueur. Can certainly be good. Not particularly sophisticated, but that's a 70s one. A rusty nail is a 70s one. Yeah, that's the thing with the highballs, Dr. Jones. Usually I'm going, I don't want that much soda in my cocktail. Oh, God, you're trying to find the 70s porn house next to a church. Oh, no. All right. I am going to go and I'm going to get two things. I'm going to get my eggnog and a cocktail skill. A little bit more. This won't take long. Alrighty. Last bit of this eggnog I made a couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. All right, I'm going to make the other sherry cocktail now. Because that's what I'm in the mood for. 70s porn was... There was certainly more effort put into 70s porn, honestly. And I think abuse has always been there. But I think the acceleration of the porn industry has probably accelerated the abuse as well. No, I don't know that movie either that Frank was talking about. You did do a fun movie last night, Humanoids from the Deep. David Strassman and Chuck. Oh my God. Oh, so David Strassman with his puppet. Okay, goodness me. All right. This will be the last video. I'm just going to do really quick. This will be another short, but it's another sherry cocktail. This one's rum based. All right. Let's get this party started. Where is my Trello? Okay, ¿dónde estás, Yolanda? You're over there now. Captain Cuba. White creme de cacao. Huh. Oh, I'm going to use. Where's the 70 star? I'm going to pretend this is grenadine. Because I think it's meant to be a mandarin liqueur, but it just tastes like sugar. And it's red. Like grenadine. Okay, put in this back. Now, which rum will we use? Dots to question. White rum. Okay, that answers that question. We're going with Jimmy Rum Silver. Grenadine. Sherry. Oh, white creme de cacao. Yucks to get my white creme de cacao out. Naked fella, hello. Oh, yes. So, oh, God, we were talking about that, Dave. Yes, I have it here. Someone wants it very much. If that's okay with you. Right here, because we were just talking about it. Okay. Go over there, golf clubs. Stop making my life difficult. Okay, cool. Hey, Rays, how you doing? Yeah. Strictly Sega is very keen on it. All right. So. Put that ice in there to chill the glass again. Let you put a little bit more on. Alrighty, that will do that. Let's get this happening. Alright, I still need to get my white centric account. Assuming I still have some. Not that much. Shit, I better go out and get some. Only a little bit. White creme de cacao. Also, if you're still there, look, this is getting a look in this video. I'm using it as the sweetener. Right, okay, so put that there. Okay, let's do that. Not putting save on, but I'm putting Peychaud bitters in this one. Let's get the lids off so we can make the video more quickly. Rum, sherry, and chocolate. 45 gallons of white rum. All right. Here I come now. Okay, let's shoot. Wait a second. How's that framed up? Let's see better. There we go. Rum. Sherry baby. White creme de cacao. And just 5 mils of the red stuff. Okay, that's about 5 mils of the red stuff. And 3 dashes of Peychaud's. Get a decent red hue in this drink. Put all this ice in. Got my stirring finger. And we'll do this here. Ready for pound of 20? Ooh, feels like this is going to be a sweet treat. I like the orange colour. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of the other one. Right, let's. I will take a picture of this one though. Oh, put that there. Take a picture with my phone for publicity purposes. Oof. It's all good in the hood. Let's do this very quickly. All right. Now we turn the light around. Yes. Turn it around. Bounce it off the roof to get a lovely soft light to make me look more beautiful. Yeah, I think that it tasted like sugar, the red stuff, which is why I'm using it as a sweetener. All right, where are we? Boot, all right. Let's go. Just a quick talk for a short video. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called a Captain Cuba, and I think it's the first time I've had rum and sherry in a cocktail. So let's see how that works out. Oh, I'm saying it worked out pretty well. I like how all of this is coming together. It's a sweet treat. Here's how we make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of white rum. Add to that 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of sherry, then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of white creme de cacao, then around a bar spoon or 5 mils of grenadine, rounding things out with 3 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. How it looks will depend on what sort of grenadine you use, but I think it's a very attractive drink and it's tasty too. Give it a go. The Captain Cuba. Cheers. Oh, okay. Busy. Sit down now. Sit down. No more making video tonight. Okay. I've got to get that song out of my head. Can't be singing that walking around work on Tuesday. Right. Let's sit down. See what's happening in the world. Mism, hello. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Just chilling out. I thought there was something about Diddy getting arrested, actually. I'm not sure about what. So would I Miss Lou, you stuck your head out the door because you're going to buy smokes right up to a lightning arc directly overhead. Ooh. I wonder what they talk about the red shit. I mean, yeah, it would have been more red if I put more of the red shit in. I was just following the directions. I can hear things going off on Discord. What's going off on Discord? Okay, so Anna found the porn house. Oh God, Lukey's got a warning of 1/2-inch hail in his area. I'm assuming that's in your area, Lukey. Flockton Street, Everton Park. Okay, I'm going to bring up some pictures. Well, actually, let's just look at this house together. Yeah, that sounds like the rumors I've heard for years, but we'll see. I've never watched all of that movie. Thank you for smoking. I've watched bits of it. Oh God, you can hear the hail on your windows right now. God damn. Let's brighten things up with a visit to the 70s porn house. Have a look at it. Okay. Looks a bit Brady Bunch from the outside. Ooh, carved eagle. Yes. Oh, brown bricks and the tiles. God damn. Oh my God, the brown bricks. Oh, there's a bar. I have to buy it. There's a built-in bar. Surrounded by brown. It's so brown. Everything's so brown. Brown kitchen. Okay. Big open space. Obviously a bedroom, I guess. Fireplace. And that's like a pool room through there. Oh, the tiles. Pure 70s tiles. Oh my God. What the fuck? That's a rug? A carpet? My God. Oh, it's strobing. I'm getting a headache looking at it. Oh God. And look at that rolling carpet there. The bar. See, I forgive everything else because it's got a built-in bar. Pool room. The tartan on the floor. Mein Gott. Wait, am I sharing? For a second, I thought I wasn't sharing it. Ugh. Somehow the empty white room's really threatening. Oh, there's a partially put together audience. Oh, what a bathroom. What a bathroom. Oh, yep, there's the naked lady wallpaper in the bathroom. Oh my God. Oh, and look at that. Is that a squash court? Have they got a squash court in the house? Big ass pool and hot tub. Of course, there's a hot tub. 70s porn house. A sauna. It's definitely a 70s porn house. There's the entry. It's multiple buildings. Jesus, it's fucking huge. Oof. Well, that was an adventure. Tartan floors. Everyone loves Al from Home Improvement. Good Lord. You live there an instant? Well, dude, the bar's got me sold, but I'm not going to play squash. I think I'd invite people in for gladiator tournaments. I'd put like a chaise lounge on the observation deck and pay people to fight. Make it a gladiator pit. Does that make me a bad person? Probably. But I would invite them for drinks at the bar afterwards. So Annie's saying it's one building, main level. Oh, okay. That map was showing the different stories. There we go. Okay. Safa, you going to come over and play squash in the house? Yeah. Oh God, the news article had even seedier pictures. Well, Jesus, that would be an achievement, honestly. Well, that's just syrup. That's got no. This is the one that still has some cherries in it. All right. Gonna put a cherry in my drink because I can. No one can stop me. Well, yeah, she could play handball on the court. That's true. Oh no, Frank, your internet's all shitty. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Jones. And I'm also saying second sherry cocktail. That's pretty good. Oh God, you know what? I don't know if Dave Naked Fella is still there, but I feel like I am tasting the mandarin from the red shit. Like, not bad at all. There really are some weird fucking houses around. No question about it. And it's almost like the more money someone has, the worse thing. Yeah, it is actually good. There's a definite kind of, well, I mean, it's mainly sugar and sweet, but I'm getting notes of mandarin without a doubt. Looked at one was purple, lots of purple tile, oof, purple, man. Yes, mandarino. That's the correct name for it, mandarino. Yeah, well, it's a good sweetener for cocktails because it's very, very sweet. So I'm going to get use out of it. So that's good. It's my grenadine substitute. Better than like store-bought grenadines. So maybe I could make a tastier homemade one with some pomegranate juice. But and there's the thing. I was thinking, got all these recipes that want grenadine. I haven't made grenadine in ages. Should make some grenadine. But now I've got the mandarino. I'm just going to use that as a grenadine substitute. Frank, you knows his thumbnail. Yes, that was actually British chocolate. It had pounds on displays. Yeah. I was literally just searching for pictures of lots of Easter eggs. So the purple one, inside Grimace's butthole. The main reason you said no, had no back fence. The purple wasn't the problem. Oh, dude, well, yes. I can't fault your decision there, hating the smell of Brut aftershave. It's like the smell of teenage boys who don't realize that went out of fashion in the 70s. Speaking of 70s, oh, yes, intercoms in 70s houses, yes. But super tinny sound on them. But, a certain charm to it. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Brut smells like diesel. It's got a lot of alcohol in it to make it evaporate and have the aroma waft off. Fun joke, though. There is a cheap men's cologne they sell in chemists called Diesel. So the Purple House also had a weird floor plan. In the front door, whole house was sunken. Oh, wow. Okay, so down into the house. That is actually quite weird. Your Brut smelled like green jello. Sure. I think they're both quite artificial. So you're saying you entered the ground floor, walked down a room-wide staircase, came from all four, and it all went down. Wow, that is pretty weird. Oh yeah, Lynx, definitely for teenage boys. Okay, I have not worn cologne in ages, Rays, but two that I thought were genuinely good, and they're very old school. One was Eau Sauvage. That's a real 70s cliche, but it's very citrusy. I thought Eau Sauvage was good. And the Jean Paul Gaultier ones which are shaped like a torso. I used that for a while. I think those two are actually good. That's my hot tip for men's cologne. Jean Paul Gaultier and Eau Sauvage. Didn't think I'd be given tips on 70s colognes. Well, Jean Paul Gaultier is 80s, but they're still around. You keep Lynx Africa in your car for emergency. Need to not smell of smoke. Yep. That is the measure, Loogie. Your partner's got to like it. Doesn't matter whether you, well, actually, you don't want to wear something that you really hate. But you don't want to wear something you like that your partner hates or a person you're trying to attract hates. That's just bad. That's a bad idea. Oh, there you go, Hannah. You're a smell connoisseur. You should absolutely give recommendations. Have you whiffed cologne? There you go. Hannah's going to pick a cologne for you. I would trust Hannah over me, honestly. I haven't worn a cologne for decades, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good tip. I just use just supermarket stuff. I started using this thing that's like a cream because I was always using spray, and Mrs. Angry said like it hung around and choked her. So I got the same stuff, but it's this. It's not roll on. It's like this stick, and you squeeze it, and it's almost like a cream that goes on. And I quite like it. And Mrs. Angry wants it. Yeah, you just want one that doesn't smell like diesel. It's fair. So yes, I don't use spray cologne anymore because Mrs. Angry said it choked her. Not in a good way. What? I didn't say that. Well, I'm going to have to. There's like residue of eggnog on this bottle. I'm going to have to soak this bottle to get it clean. So, Luke, you want good smells for guys that like woods and have massive beards. You want a manly one? I'm from the woods. Yeah, I quite like the sticks because they're not. Roll-ons can be sort of wet and gross. That's why I like spray because it was dry. But these cream ones go on dry and they're pretty good. Here we are tonight, men's grooming tips. If you want classic man sense, Ralph Lauren, red polo. There you go, clean cut man smell. That's a nice simple one. You're from the swamp. You're from the bayou. 2007, Merv, who's doing his stretches, Bay 13 copying, put his arms up. Everyone's like, oh, yes. That was an obvious one for a deodorant commercial. Merv doing his stretches and smelling. Victor and Rolf are good too. A little spicier. Ooh, you have a beard oil scented like sandalwood. Nice. Frank, speaking 70s porn, listening to your royalty-free music repertoire. Oh, I've got some. I think because you're using the same editing software as me, Video Studio. There's a few that sound, in your Video Studio. There's a few that sound like porn soundtracks. I use them sometimes. If I'm making a sexy drink, be this one goes waka 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 wow wow. You love Ralph Lauren Rays? There you go. So that the Merv Hughes deodorant worked. All right, you know what? I've got a glass here. Gonna have some Eggnog. I'm going to finish this eggnog off. Do. Oh, yeah. Oop, that's actually quite a bit. That's all right. I'm a good boy. Haven't had a proper drink of this for a little while. Oh, god damn, that's good. Oh, it's so fucking yummy. Ray's getting ready? Heading to Frio. Okay. Have a good shift, man. Use Tommy Hilfiger for a client. There you go. So, Frankie, use some for your personal porn remixes for a laugh. That's all good. Oh my god, this is saying I made a huge batch of eggnog today. I might even go and get some of the batch I made today. Oh, fuck me, that's good. It'll mellow in a couple weeks. Because I made so much of it, it'll probably still be around for a month like this one was. Tell me your figure smells like rich people at the casino. Noise. Oh my god, that is so fucking good. Yeah, I used to say I hated eggnog, that I don't like eggnog. And for whatever reason, last Christmas, I tried a few recipes and I'm like, wait, this is good. The one I made today is really coconutty. It's got some coconut milk and sweetened condensed coconut milk in it, along with normal milk and some cream and some booze and sugar and eggs. So Hannah coming up with the cologne tips again. One by Elijah called Nomad. Both very woody. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Frank just says he remixes Born. So, I don't know. Read into that what you will, I guess. Damn it, that's so good. There's a great cologne company called Olfactive Studio. Made sense based on a series of photographs. That sounds like fun. Sounds very creative. Oh my god, I can't get over how good that is. Does it feel kind of vain drinking something I made, just raving about how good it was, but that was freaking awesome. And now I've got heaps more in the fridge. I feel like I should leave it for at least a couple of days until its character comes through, but in fact I will. I won't go and drink it. Might try the new one later in the week. Do a posthumous AIDSy Pornhub channel. Set his face to some of the actors with the video studio porn. I mean, that's good. Thank you. Oh, Dave, I don't think you had any eggnog while you were here. I fucking love my eggnog. Oh, I experiment, and like each batch is usually a little bit different. But yeah, it's the same basic thing. Eggs, sugar, milk, cream, and booze. That's basically your eggnog. But I mix it up a bit. Like I said, this one's very coconutty. No, you didn't try. Well, I just made about 2 liters of eggnog today. That's going to last for ages. That one was the last of one I made about 2-3 months ago. And I have some I'm saving for next Christmas. I made in December that I wanted to age for 12 months. I'm going to try it in July, for Christmas in July. And then theoretically save it, because definitely want you back. Also, it was so much fun having you here chatting. Really enjoyed that. You did a stream once, you shuffled scenes from Showgirls Fast Forward. Yeah, I mean, that'd be quite good. I'm just thinking of like fucking 90s techno where the vocals were really chopped up and looped and whatnot. And I'm just thinking of the money shots in porn movies just being really sort of repeated, like do, 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 do. Anyway. Safar, I mean, probably past 10, but not super late. Maison Margiela, replica perfumes, meant to replicate locations or feelings, like whispers in the library of fire. Holy shit, Hannah, I did not know we were going to be doing a deep dive on colognes tonight. I am loving it. Yes, I'm glad you had fun too, Dave. It's so funny, like we're both going like, oh, it's getting really late, having a really good time, but it's getting late. So Jazz Club is a great one. Smells like leather armchairs. Holy shit, now you make me want to get it, Hannah. Who sells these? I at least want to go in and sample that one now. Oh, right. Sorry, the Showgirls remix. Was watching someone on a mechanical bull on fast forward. I mean, it sounds good. Oh, Michael. Okay, you made a double batch of George Washington's eggnog recipe. Nice. And that's legit. His eggnog recipe was recorded. I was making Alton Brown's. Well, my starting point was Alton Brown's recipe, and then I riffed from there. Okay, sorry, Hannah, what is Mecca? Is Mecca a store? I am not familiar with that. So yes, I don't know if I mentioned it, Dave, Naked Fella. I used the 70s booze in the eggnog I made. I used some of the scotch and some of the brandy in the eggnog I made today because I thought there was nothing wrong with it, but they weren't great. I thought they would be good in an eggnog, and I think it's a very good use of them. Okay, Mecca is a cosmetic store, and that aroma is okay. Now I want to find out where. Okay, Mecca's in Westfields. So, Hannah, sorry, you had a weird experience. Used to attend youth groups. Took your daughter to one. Place smelled exactly like you remember, but it wasn't the same place. Might be teen cologne. Yes. Okay. All right, I'm just going to look. Mecca Cosmetica. Is there a store in Melbourne? Mecca Cosmetica. Effortless hair is in. Trending now. Stores. I'll just put 3,000. What's the closest ones to Melbourne? It's in Maya, Melbourne. I could do that at work and in the Emporium. Holy shit, I could do this when I'm in the city for work. Okay, I've just got to try and remember. Find it in Emporium or Maya. Okay. I've got to try and remember to do that. Hey, Michael. Yes. Happy Zombie Jesus Day. Happy day before the cheap eggs go on sale. Actually, you know what I'm going to get? I topped up my freezer martini after having had 2 martinis on Friday night, but they were pretty healthy. They were probably 4 martinis. And well, not that I was hungover, but I was tired on Saturday. I had, besides sleeping in, mid-afternoon, I had a 1-hour nap. But then I went out with Mrs. Angry for dinner and cocktails, and it was all good. But yeah, when I was feeling a bit tired, I was going, man, I might have overdone it on those martinis. But they tasted so good. Thank you, Safar. I did sleep pretty well on Friday night. And then, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, it went down quick, yeah, and that was because the 2 fucking martinis I drank. Like I said, which was probably actually 4 martinis if I measured them, and I didn't. I just poured them into my martini glass. So it's probably a shocking number of standard drinks I had in the last hour. I hesitate to guess, but if I did guess, it was probably 6 to 8 standard drinks in the last hour. Very irresponsible. And thank you for asking, Safa. Date night was awesome. Went to this place in Brighton called Mr. and Mrs. P. It's a bit further away, but it's easy to get to. Yeah, I remember Friday night. I had a good time. Dr. Abigail came on for the last hour. I was literally about to go, and then Dr. Abigail came on. It was good. But I am going to get my martini. No, it's not at Brighton Beach. It's like in North Brighton or South Brighton or something. Oh, neat. So they have Jazz Club in stock. I've got to remember to do that. My lunchtime. I think if I tell my teammate I want to go to a fragrance store, he'll be up for it. He's very gay, and I think he'll appreciate me. I'm just going into a fragrance store. Yes. Oh, Frankie, we have so many places named after cities in England. Just a stupid number. Yeah, actually, excellent call, Loogie. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Let loose sometimes. Oh, dude, I've done way worse in the past than I did on Friday night. But I probably overdid it a little with those words. But I am going to get my updated freezer martini and see what it tastes like, because it's always fun. Steal a kiss. Oh, have you been served libraries? I'll finish both of those tomorrow. Probably really good syrups. Okay. Updated freezer martini. Give this a go. Woo. Oh, Frank, our Brighton is on a bay, so it's not a surf beach. There is some sand bits in Brighton. It's a nice place for a walk. Yes, the English pebble beaches weird me out, quite honestly. Kind of sniff shit in Maya. Fun sentence. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try really hard to remember, because I want to try this Jazz Club one. If you want to get a teen cologne, go to Big W, look for designer brands. $14 dupes of designer perfumes. Nice. Hannah, I had no idea you were our resident expert on colognes, but I'll file that away. Useful information. Ooh. Dang, that's good. I got a bit cheeky. I put some yellow chartreuse and tequila in that rather than just gin, but I put a shit ton of Navy strength gin in there as well. Again, the sense memory, a completely different place, but smelled exactly like the place you've been to. That is fairly trippy, quite honestly. It's some wild stuff. But so this is a very cheeky martini right now. Mm. I don't know if it's picking up citrusy stuff from all the orange peel I've got in here. Really fucking tasty, though. Frankie, you don't think your main islands have any sand beaches, but the outlying islands do. Isoskilly looks like the Caribbean with a nice ocean colour. Nice. Been known to turn your head and sniff when someone walks past that smells nice. It weirds people out. It's their fault for smelling nice. So you had the sense memory with a false tropical smelling bathroom air freshener and several club bathrooms and bad memories. Oh no. Oh, you don't want to be reminded of nightclub bathrooms, honestly. Woof. Oh, that's sense memory is wild. The way your brain is extremely reactive to scent. And it can really catch you by surprise. Ciggy smoke takes you back to art school. Oh, hey, Dave, actually, I meant to ask you because I have this sort of high level plan at the moment to do some longer form content for YouTube, maybe full scale documentary, maybe something to enter into like festivals, maybe something to try and get some funding for. Have you ever done film stuff, or in all the artistic people you know? Is there some? Do you know anyone who's knowledgeable on that sort of thing? Well, pretty much anything's better than a stale pea smell. I remember one of the funniest things I've said. The lane doesn't really exist anymore because of a building being knocked down and redeveloped. But it was called Union Lane. Went off Burke Street Mall. It was really narrow and had some nice street art in it, but it was like really narrow, and people would always piss in there. So by the time you got to the middle, there was just this terrible stale piss smell, like it was awful, and it was always there. And I was down there once taking some pictures, and there was a school group, and they were like young primary school kids. They were probably under 10, and they're all being walked down this thing, and they got to about the half point where they were trapped and the stale piss smell, and you just see these kids go, ah! It's like the stale piss smell has hit them, and they're like right in the middle of this lane, and you've just got to power through it. It was so funny. Yeah, so that was the thing. The local distilleries thing that's the topic of the documentary at this point. But we're just kind of thinking, like, I mean, because I could just make it as a YouTube thing, like I have for everything for like, I don't know, 16, 17 years now. But with the people who are sort of helping me with aspects of it, we're talking about maybe we could actually get funding for it because I don't know, it could be tourism related. Maybe there's some festivals that you could enter it in. And I just thought it was possible you might have some insights in that area. Yes, those kids were remembering their pissy toddler years. Oh God, I don't know if you're joking there, Frank, or you remember a story I told. The one time in my early 20s, I was having sex with someone smoked. The only time I had, it wasn't even a relationship, it was literally just having sex with her. Because she really, anyway, long story. But anyway, so I'm having sex with someone who smokes, and smokers smell a particular way. Their skin smells a particular way. And I just remembered one time on a train platform, there's like a guy standing next to, this is in the underground in Sydney, and the guy standing next to me was obviously a smoker, and I got the body aroma off him, and I was like, oh, that just reminds me of sex. Weird. Very weird. God damn, that's gotten really interesting. Yeah, so you remembered the story, Frank. Okay. I thought that was very specific. I thought you must have remembered the story. Yeah. Feels like an interesting thing to look into. Making a series for Channel 31. Yeah, that's what I thought. We might even be able to get tourism dollars because a few of the distilleries are in regional areas. So, Hannah, you're a qualified makeup artist. When you were training, you were told if you're a smoker, stop, you stink, and client take. Yep. Smokers very much underestimate how much they stink. Like it penetrates their skin. The skin of smokers has a particular, really quite unpleasant aroma. But smokers think it's only when they're smoking, and it isn't. It's worse when they are smoking, when they've just been smoking. But it's just always, oh God, one girl came back from a ciggy break and a model threw up from the smell of her hands. Oof. Tobacco smoke takes you back to childhood. Grandmother was head of a local women's club at a lodge. Beating hall should take you there, brother. Let you play pool while your mum's working. And so I assume there was a lot of smokers there. Yeah. Hey, Kevy, how you doing, by the way? You know when the boss is in because, oh, your boss smokes in the stairwell because they're not allowed to smoke? Oh, my God. It's so bizarre when bosses do that. Just go for a goddamn walk. Mm. It's a weird old thing. Oh, did I actually tell that story in a video? See, thousands of videos. I fucking forget what's in them. He tried how many times he can squeeze the word anal into a single sentence. A lot would be the answer. Yeah. Pizza shop owner, smokes outside 24/7. Yeah, that's the thing. And you had that with a boss, but because of a cloud of Link Africa on 35-year-old male. Oh no. So you're saying when Indian auto smoke? Yeah, in bars and restaurants. Yeah. Same as everywhere. Ugh. In the 80s and early 90s when I went out and everyone was smoking, and as a non-smoker, it just reeked. This stuff was impregnated in your hair, your skin, your clothes. What was worse, there'd be residue in your eyelashes, and it'd wake up in the morning and like blink, and horrible burny shit would drop into your eyes. Okay, the smoke sex one was a stream. Okay. I do talk about weird shit on streams. That's true. But yes, sense memory. It's a powerful thing. And people underestimate how much scent can sort of trigger thoughts and memories and whatnot. Everyone thinks that, not everyone, but many people think they're rational and intelligent and in control, and they can't just be triggered by weird things like scent, but you really can. Any room bins in the city mall catching fire from emo teens ditching the cigarette butts. It's a while since I've seen a bin fire, but they do happen. Speaking of smoke, sitting around backyard fire drinking this year's Winter Series Bundy rum. Nice. Lamington. Hi and happy Easter to you too, Kev. I think I had their last year's one, which might have been marshmallow. I don't know. It's like I'm kind of dubious about Bundy because I bought one of their more expensive ones and didn't like it. But then I got this one that was like massively marked down. I went, you know what? This is it. This is going to be the last time I buy. If this sucks, I'm never buying a Bundy rum again. But it was actually pretty good. So Bundy saved. Look, you're a smoker. You know, people are afraid to don't really care. They don't like the way you smell. Well, yeah, it's the thing. It's all a choice. It is absolutely a choice. I I think I actually needed to put, oh, maybe I'll put coconut water in this. Because that dilutes it and puts a bit of flavor in. I think that's a good idea, actually. I forget which website I read that on, maybe Punch Drink. They were just like, yeah, just use coconut water where you'd use water. And it adds a whole thing to your drink. And I'm like, all right, cool. And so I do that sometimes with the freezer martini. I haven't done it for a little while. I think this might taste good if I put a bit of coconut water in it to dilute it. Because I didn't really dilute it the way I should have when I chopped it up. So it's very booze heavy at the moment. So a bit of water would be a good idea. Just to tame the flavors a little bit. Thanks for sharing, Ray. Does this mean you've arrived at your job? Washed your ass real good. It's okay. You wash my ass real good. It's like when I'm at Dr. Abigail's place and go on the B-Day on AIDSy mode, aka enema mode. There's literally an enema mode. No, you're standing in a towel eating chicken. So you haven't actually, you're just getting ready for work. Okay. Frank, gonna feel old. Legend is currently broadcasting pre-Phelps Mission Impossible. Holy cow. That's a pretty old TV show. Hannah, you're on. Oh, crocheting a baby blanket. Nice. Oh no, you've messed up the patterns. I look, I would lean towards artistic license, but you're ultimately going to have to make the choice on that. But you know, it's creativity. Oh, that might be enough buzz for this evening. Of little sody drink that I made. Okay, so you're watching the classics. So what, Knight Rider's like 40 years old? Let me just guess. Knight Rider, American television series. 82. Actually more than 40 years old. There you go. With the Hoff. Fucking time, man. It just doesn't stop. And I think it should occasionally. So you've restarted the baby blanket 4 times. Yeah, definitely. Artistic license. You're being creative. It was meant to look that way. I think at this point, you've just got to lean into the artistic license. Just really sort of, no, this is a one of a kind right here. Everything back in the 80s, which was my heyday. So it fucking hurts to say it was 40 years ago, but it was, 'cause I'm fucking old. John, thank you. I honestly, big liar. Very big liar. I love who you were channeling there too, by the way. Still on Kit. It's a fun car. I mean, honestly, Knight Rider was a fun show. Does the Hoff live in Wales? I didn't know that. Ray's making progress. Gone from standing in a towel to standing in pants. There's no stopping you, son. No stopping you. Oof, we're just all out of control here with the pants talk. Good Lord. Yeah, no, I definitely got a laugh out of that. Ooh, the specials are always good. Raise your evolution in action, evolving from a towel to pants. Or is that intelligent design? You choosing to move from towel to pants? Who knows? And of course, the Bible actually didn't say evolution wasn't real. It just doesn't mention it. But that's why it's so weird when people object to evolution on religious grounds. It's like, shut up, you moron. Hannah, there's an idea you intentionally make a mistaken craft project so your soul doesn't become trapped in it. Nice. Crochet yourself a Horcrux. I remember seeing a thing with a piano tuner who would always leave one key a little bit flat. That was like their signature. I don't know what the people with the pianos thought. Frankie, you watched Pretty Translated streams. You just washed your hair. Looked like Kim Wilde in the 80s. Oh, man, that's a fucking look. Yes, exactly. It is super weird that freakos want to latch onto biblical things. And it's like, I'm sorry, it doesn't say anything about it. Anyway, haven't had a drink in ages. Mixing butterscotch liqueur with something. I mean, okay, if it's a butterscotch liqueur, it'd probably be fine with anything. I think probably the more neutral the mixer, the better. So I'd probably, I don't know, butterscotch and cola might be okay. I'm kind of leaning towards like soda or lemonade. That might have been it, Hannah. Leaving one key flat so people would call him back. That was actually in the TV show. Oh God, what was it called? It was a weird, quirky show that was almost like a lighter version of Twin Peaks. Something North? New York guy who had his university paid for to be a doctor, and part of the deal was he had to be in this really remote Alaskan town for a while. Ooh, butterscotch with lemon, lime, and bitters. I mean, I'd try it. Oh, so the one with the Kim Wilde hair did actually do Kids in America. There you go. So, Chog, you're going to try butterscotch with lemon, lime, and bitters. I mean, try it. Hannah, he sold pianos on the side. His one wonky key was away saying, pianos fucked, new one. Could be. You're up for the remoteness. Oh God, does anyone know the show I'm talking about? I feel like it was something North. This is going to bug the shit out of me. So the premise was a very New York guy had his university paid for by this remote Alaskan town. And part of the deal was he had to be a doctor there for a couple of years. And he kept trying to get out of the deal. And there was all these really quirky locals. So, yes, New York doctor has to work in an Alaskan town for a couple of years because they paid for his university. And I feel like North is somewhere in the title. So, Frankie, Twin Peaks. I really liked Twin Peaks. It was so far ahead of its time. Should have just kept going on for ages. Yeah. Oh, well, that's the whole thing. Like, he falls in love with the town and all that sort of shit. And our applications are open again for the Arctic Post Office, where your whole job is running the post office, taking care of 1,500 penguins. Nice. You like the silence and entertaining people? Yeah. New York bloke, university paid for Alaskan town, want to get out of the deal, locals giving shits. Kind of, yeah. So New York doctor has to work in an Alaskan town because they paid for his university. And please do some Google Who and find it because it's fucking me up that I can't remember it. See, I just think Twin Peaks was so far ahead of its time because it was broadcast TV in the 90s and the network insisted he have a resolution for the murder of Laura Palmer. David Lynch's perfect world was Laura Palmer's murder was never solved and just weird shit kept happening forever and ever and ever with Agent Cooper, but the network made him resolve it, which is ridiculous. He was just a couple of years ahead of his time because now what do the streaming services want? They want a thing that goes forever. Okay, Ray, did you look that up or remember it? Northern Exposure is the correct name. And Hannah, Northern Exposure. Did either of you look it up or did you just remember it? There was definitely Northern Exposure. There was a new series of Twin Peaks done a few years ago, which I haven't seen. The season 1 of Twin Peaks was fucking amazing. Season 2 was okay. But when you look at season 1 and go, God, in the modern streaming era, if he just said, I just want to keep doing this shit forever, they'd be all over it. Raise, you did Google it. But good work. Because I thought North was in the title and it was driving me up the wall. Loogie, that would be a sweet deal. Alaska pays people $1,500 a year just to live there for the oil money. Yeah, that is true. Also, when I think of that far north, I think of 30 Days of Night, which is freaking wild. Oh, yes. You can lie to me and say you just remembered it, and I'll feel good. So, Chog, no idea TV series. If you're ever unsure, it's probably an episode of The Next Generation. Frankie, you read on a forum, Leland Palmer did it. Leland Palmer did do it when they were forced to have a resolution, but it was a spirit. He was possessed by a spirit. Wasn't Indian. But yes, they made this really mundane thing where Leland Palmer did it. Actually, the whole resolution scene where the spirit said, like, I'm going to release him just before he dies so he knows what he did. You absolutely, definitely, truly remembered. And I believe you, Hannah. And it feels good. And Ray, you did actually get in first. Yes. Right about the same time. Yeah, no, I want to believe so. Yeah. So she's saying you love the movie. Everyone talks about Robin Williams' photo booth. 30 Days of Night. I fucking love that movie so much. If you've never seen it, what it is, it's this remote Alaskan town that's in complete night for a whole month, 30 days. And this ship full of Eurotrash vampires who are hundreds of years old. It's like they read about it in the tourist brochure or something and went, man, these motherfuckers are cut off from the outside world for 30 days and it's complete dark for 30 days. So these Eurotrash vampires invade the town and fuck it up and fucking kill everyone. It's really good. I don't think the creepy midget was meant to be the devil. I think he was just a vision Agent Cooper was having. Chog, what do I be proud? You decided something more reasonable. Lemon lime bitters with Cointreau. Probably yes. If I was to take a guess, Cointreau with lemon lime and bitters probably tastes much better than butterscotch. Just at a guess. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there are two, and again, this is like a 20-year-old movie. So, spoiler alert for 20-year-old movie. There are two bits that creep the fuck out of me in the movie 30 Days of Night. One where the creepy hero trash vampire who's got these really long nails with a point on them. That someone's house has got an old crank gramophone, and he cranks it up and puts his nail into the groove on the record, and it plays. It resonates in his finger and plays. And there's something about that was just really fucking creepy. But there's another thing when you're down to the last few survivors, and there's a few people like hiding in an attic, and they see a person, a young girl, sort of staggering down the street, going, "Help me, help me!" And the people go, "Oh my god, there's someone still alive. We've got to help her." And one guy just grabs and goes, "Nope, nope, nope, nope. That can't be right," and stops them. And then they watch, and then they just see all these vampires jumping roof to roof, following her. Like she's bait. She was like the last human they had alive, and they were using her as bait to see if they could draw anyone else out. And when no one comes out, like the head creepy vampire comes down and is like grabbed her by the face, and she just whimpers and goes, "Oh God." And the vampire looks up at the sky and just goes, "No, no God," and kills her. It's fucked up. Such a fucked up movie. Oh yes, the Al Pacino, Robin Williams one, Insomnia, which I think I've seen, but I don't really remember. Isn't Robin Williams a serial killer in that or something? I don't know. Up the Academy was Mad Magazine's version of Animal House, basically. And I don't think I've ever seen it. I think I've maybe seen bits of it. But it was not very successful. And it was like Mad Magazine going, "Well, if National Lampoon can make a movie, Animal House, we can make a movie." And they made Up the Academy. So your memory, you're a big fan of Up the Academy. Excellent. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've never actually seen it. I think I've seen some scenes. Actually, now I just want to check. I bet there are scenes of it on YouTube. I go on YouTube and enter Up the Academy. Yeah, it's Mrs. Angry going to bed. Is Ralph Macchio in Up the Academy? Looking at the clips from it on YouTube. Ralph Macchio from Karate Kid is in Up the Academy. Mein Gott. And you can rent the whole movie on... Oh, no, that's Police Academy. Okay, so there are a lot of clips of Up the Academy on YouTube. Good Lord. Well, there you go. God, someone has posted videos on YouTube where they are actually videoing a TV playing the movie. That's so fucking weird. Ralph Macchio is a bad little fucker in it. Okay. We're doing hit up Uber Eats. Impulse buy stupid shit from local server. I've got stupid shit out. I've got a bunch of snacks out there. Wasn't National Lampoon the one with Buford T. Justice top character who dropped a string of credit cards? Not altogether sure. National Lampoon did Animal House, The Blues Brothers, and a few other movies. I'm not surprised you haven't seen Up the Academy in 20 years. It's a 40-year-old film. Chod, you're endorsing sniffing, and Hannah's worried about getting arrested for sniffing. Oof. So yes, Mrs. Angry's gone to bed, so I have to remember not to get exuberant. That's the other National Lampoon one I was trying to remember, Safa. The vacation movies. And I mean, they were pretty big. The vacation movies are pretty goddamn big. So, Buford T. Justice was from Smokey and the Bandit, Frank. He was Smokey in Smokey and the Bandit, Buford T. Justice. Bandit was Burt Reynolds. Oh God, what was like the Smokey and the Bandit knockoff? There was one that was definitely like a Smokey and the Bandit knockoff. Brain not worky. Someone might know, like something that was trying to cash in on Smokey and the Bandit. I feel like there was more than one Smokey and the Bandit film. But I swear there was another one that was basically a knockoff. Oh God. Okay. I'm sure you're right with your knowledge of films, Strictly Sega. I've never heard of a movie called Highballin', though. Oh, neat. Chog, you're willing to pretend to be the lawyer in court. I mean, fun. Successful? Maybe not. Fun? Possibly. I think what else? Oh, not really like Smokey and the Bandit, but kind of sort of Convoy, the Chris Christopherson movie that was all based on a country and western song. Or maybe the song was done for the movie. I don't actually remember. But that was quite entertaining, the Chris Christopherson movie Convoy, about the truckers rebelling. All right, so Strictly Sega, Highballin' had same dude from Smokey with the Dog and Peter Fonda. Jesus, Peter Fonda did some shit in his life, didn't he? Hannah, thank you so much for everything tonight. Hot shower to free the sinuses, get to sleep. Nice. Frankie, you know, I think it was National Lampoon parody where Buford T. Justice showed his cop ID and a string of credit cards fell out. Maybe. Maybe that happened in one of the vacation movies. I don't know. Because the one I'll always remember is Easy Rider. That Easy Rider is a weird, fucked up movie. He was trying real hard. Oh, nice. Convoy's constantly repeated on the Legend channel. I think it's entertaining. Was it Ali McGraw is the love interest in it? She's amazing. Trying something that was recommended by your wife's boss. Frozen Oreos. Also confirming lemon bitters with Cointreau's brilliant. I reckon frozen Oreos are probably okay. Just in the complete abstract, that sounds pretty good. I have the remnants of a packet of Oreos, one or two left. I think I'll freeze them and try them tomorrow. Oh, wow. Yes, Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry. I think I've watched like half of that movie, and it's very weird and fucked up. Like weird, fucked up 70s movies like Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. It's got young Jeff Bridges in it, and maybe Clint Eastwood. All right, Loogie, you reckon frozen Oreos with ice cream? Dang. So all of Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry's a car chase. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, 70s car movies are wild. No two ways about it. And 70s action movies as well. Some fucking wild shit happens in 70s movies, basically. But also, you had those new wave directors coming into their own. Scorsese, Coppola, Spielberg, Lucas. That was pretty wild. Oh, that Gone in 60 Seconds. No, I was going to say that was Ron Howard, but Ron Howard's one was called Eat My Dust. Gone in the 70s, Gone in 60 Seconds is trippy. So, Chog, you reckon Frozen Oreos are all right? Ori, a packet doesn't last long. Yeah, try hard. Ray's the junk man. Which movie was the junk man in? And Frankie, you're trying to find a playable prime upload of The Getaway. Oh, wow. Michael Madsen and Jennifer Tilly. Yeah, I'm trying to think other good car movies. The Steve McQueen film, Bullet, that has a car chase through San Francisco that at the time was really groundbreaking. But Bullet is a really trippy movie. Trying to think of a car movie with James Taylor. You prefer Vanishing Point to Gone in 60 Seconds. Oh, Raze, you're talking about a sequel to Gone in 60 Seconds. Damn. Hey, Nintendo Lunchbox. Happy Easter to you. My real name's Andrew. Nintendo Lunchbox. You like 70s and 80s films? I fucking love a lot of 80s music, but it's all good. Chips. Oh my god, I've got like chips and confectionery out there or something. Nothing beats Box Band. Oh, BMX Bandits. Oh my god. Nicole Kidman's first movie. God damn. Yeah, McQueen's Getaway is a wild movie. That's Ally McGraw too, isn't it? It's mentioning Ally McGraw. She's in Convoy. Yeah, no, Nicole Kidman's still a teenager in BMX Bandits with a fucking perm out to here. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? So, Frank, you saw Bullet as a kid. Oh, yeah, no, fucking check it out. That chase scene in San Francisco is friggin' amazing. Oh my God, so the James Taylor film you were trying to think of was with Warren Oates. Oh my God, he's a legend. Two-lane blacktop. Okay. So when it Chog, you had a large chip packet. It's gone. Yeah. Oh my God, the party share ones, which are the 2, 3 times. Oh, that's the whole thing. I had a half a bag of chips and I ate them during the day watching TV. I was watching Shogun on Disney Plus. I fucking love Romper Stomper. And yes, Russell Crowe, fucking terrifying. That movie's just fucking incredible. I love it. And yes, Steve McQueen was an utter legend. Warren Oates also does a great movie with Peter Fonda called Race with the Devil. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a classic. But Jesus Christ, Warren Oates, what a legend of Hollywood, though. How many fucking films I'm going to look him up. Look up his IMDb. How many fucking films did Warren Oates make? I'm going with lots. Warren Oates, American actor. Where's his IMDb? He's born in 1928, died in 1982. He didn't even hit 60. Good Lord. Looks like he did a couple films with Steve McQueen too. He was in The Wild Bunch. He was in Stripes. Holy shit. They got him like in over 100 films. Oh no, that's films and TV. But my God, what a career, appearing in over 100 things. Okay, I'm going to roll to what was his earliest? Oh, he did a lot of TV. He did so much TV. Just scrolling back. God, he was in TV series in the fucking 50s. just the absolute earliest days of TV. He was just in so many things. And a whole bunch of things for one episode. He's just doing one spot. So TV all through the 50s. And then in the 60s, he started to get in films, but still doing these one-offs in TV series, all Westerns. He's like appearing in Western TV shows for one episode. Holy shit, he did so much TV. Then every couple of years, he'd do a film. And then would just do a shit ton of TV. He was even in Lost in Space and 12 O'Clock High. My God. It's like the guy never stopped working. He's fucking incredible. Christ, he did so much. Ugh. Keeping track is Sergeant Holker. Yes. Yes, no, he's the training sergeant. Yeah. But he just did so much over from the 50s. Oh my God. He was just non-stop. Oh, did Lou Gossett Jr. die recently? That's a guy who did a lot too. Such a lot. Chog TV from the 1950s. Oh no, it was a new medium. Like 50s TV was fucking. It was basically like theater that was just being shot. But yeah, Warren Oates was in the earliest days of TV drama, which I think is friggin' amazing. Oh yeah, Lou Gossett and alien makeup for Enemy Mine. That's a trippy movie. I think for a lot of people, Lou Gossett's biggest one might be the drill sergeant in An Officer and a Gentleman. Yeah. I think that might be a lot of people's Lou Gossett. But goddamn, he did so much. Was he in Top Gun? I have this vague feeling he was in Top Gun. Or something like Top Gun. A Top Gun knockoff? I don't know. I was strictly saying, I think I would side with you. 50s movies are different to 50s TV. There were good movies made from the 30s onwards, basically. A lot of shit movies as well, but there's some good ones. But I think 50s TV was pretty cheesy. Right, I think I have to have a pee break if I'm going to keep going. Oh, Chog, okay, Strictly Sega will do it. 50s film that's not cheesy. Actually, for fun, I'm going to do a Google search. 1950s films that are good. Okay, The Ten Commandments, The Seventh Seal, Ingmar Berg, North by Northwest, fucking kicks ass. Anatomy of a Murder, it's a Hitchcock one. To Catch a Thief, Streetcar Named Desire, Rebel Without a Cause, Rio Bravo, that's down to taste. 12 Angry Men, that's down to taste. Paths of Glory, Rear Window, Vertigo, Ben-Hur, 7 Year Itch, Some Like It Hot, Dial M for Murder. There are definitely good 50s movies. Towering Inferno was 70s. There was a whole thing of disaster movies in the 70s. All right, I have to do a toilet break. Seriously, if I'm going to stay, I don't want to stay on for a while, but I've got to do a toilet break. I am fucking dying. 4 piss. Yeah. Okay, God, I really needed a pee break. Oh. Okay. Oh. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Really admit to that. Now that sounds like a porno. 12 Angry Men taking a piss at Ram Ranch. Anyway, I made like 2 liters of eggnog today with 70s booze. 70s whiskey and 70s brandy. I should leave it a couple of days to really mellow. I just thought I'd try it. Oh. Oof. Oh, that's pretty fucking yummy, actually. That's pretty good. For day one eggnog, that is pretty good. Yeah, it's beige because I put a brown sugar syrup in it. If I wanted to be lighter, I could have just used caster sugar. But for the sweetener, I used half caster sugar and half brown sugar syrup. Yes. Went off and did a piss and then come back with more liquid. Ugh, yeah, I guess. Watching the clock going to your shift. Oh. Okay, I reckon later this week, this is going to be even better. Mm. No, that is pretty good. When you hear techie, you think dopey, like 50s TV or a B movie from the 80s, or a YouTuber trying to make a movie. Ouch. Yeah. For me, cheesy definitely doesn't mean good quality. But yeah. I mean, like like I was saying, love Knight Rider, but it's very cheesy. Knight Rider is very cheesy. Oh, all right. Might be catching up with me now. We'll soldier on for a little while, but I think I'll go to bed before much longer. Soldier on, but Ray's RoboCop. I fucking love RoboCop because that's the thing. Verhoeven just makes films where he's like, I know my subject matter is kind of silly, and I'm leaning into it. RoboCop, Starship Troopers, he knows what he's doing. I fucking love RoboCop. Get her alive. You're coming with me. Oh, Loogie, you're the mead man. Got to wait 3 weeks to drink it. I think I maybe still have some very old mead that Mrs. Angry made. And by old, I mean decades old. Samurai. Well, as soon as I looked up 50s movies that were good, there's non-stop good 50s movies, both English language and foreign. Sinatra is a very good performer. No two ways about it. He's an amazing performer. Reese, you're getting coffee and then you're off on the drive. All right. Good shift, man. Have a good shift. Oh wow, Day the Earth Stood Still. Okay, now is that the Keanu Reeves one or the original one? Because they're very different. Oh, The Searchers. That's a John Huston directed film, isn't it? Okay, the 1950s one. It's fucking wild because the message in The Day the Earth Stood Still was so progressive for the 1950s. It's definitely worth watching. Like, watch it. Don't want to do too many spoilers or whatnot, but I think the high concept in The Day the Earth Stood Still was so far ahead of its time. Frank, you love the RoboCop movies. Oh yeah, Mad Max. I love the fucking Mad Max movies. That's the thing. Sinatra, really good performer. It's not really an instrumentalist or anything, but an amazing performer. Not allowed to use food stamps to buy booze. No rules against buying stuff to make your own. Oh, Lukey, that's the best. Okay, you won't make me buy booze, but I can buy the components to make mead. That's what I thought. John Ford. Why was I saying John Huston? John Ford is the Western director. Yeah. And John Wayne was the lead in The Searchers. Yeah. That's a fucking epic Western, that one. Yeah, it's pretty fucking incredible stuff. Now we're talking about Wayne and Westerns. I'm thinking of True Grit, Mr. Cogburn. Feel your hands, you sons of bitches. I do like also the Coen Brothers remake of True Grit. I think is genuinely good because it's very different to the original and it's a lot more complex. And the complexity of it, I really liked. That may not be a hugely popular opinion, but I do think the Coen Brothers True Grit was very good. So Frank, thanks to Prime, you can watch a lot of stuff. Oh my God, there is such fucking weird shit on Prime. Once you go down the rabbit hole of weird old shit, they have sci-fi like the Saturday morning serials from the 30s on Prime. They have weird shit from the 30s through to the 50s. They've got some very weird exploitation films. Almost every film that's in the documentary Not Quite Hollywood is on Prime. I was almost thinking one day just have a fucking schlock Ozploitation film festival. Oh, Jesus, I bet The Last Starfighter does not hold up in HD. Like, it was really good computer graphics for its time. Yeah, but it would have really dated. Like, for its time, a lot of the CGI was incredibly groundbreaking, but it just would not have held up. But story-wise, I think The Last Starfighter is great. It's a great movie. You just fucking gloss past some of the CGI is dodgy AF. And it is broadly a good movie. That's the trouble when you're trying to be cutting edge with CGI. When you first release it, everyone goes, wow. And in about 5 years, it looks dated as fuck. And I'm thinking of the Star Wars prequel movies in this thing. Lucas leaned too heavily into CGI, whereas the original trilogy was a really good mix of CGI and practical effects. It just, oh my God, Left Behind, the weird fucking Christian. Nicolas Cage will do anything. I fucking love the guy to death. He won't stop making films. He's like, there's like 2 Nicolas Cage films come out every year. It's like, because the guy can't stop spending. So he can't say no to film offers because he needs the money because he won't stop spending money. And so he makes so many films. There are just good ones in there. So, Luke, you're going to try and make molasses beer. Damn, that sounds fucking wild. And Chog, Star Wars prequels. Here's the thing. Yeah, that is an unpopular opinion. I think the mix of CGI and practical effects in Lord of the Rings holds up pretty well. Oh, yes, when you used to rent stuff on VHS and it was only in the TV size. So a huge amount of the widescreen was being cut out. And stuff. The prequels did revolutionize digital film, but they also looked dated very quickly. Frank, add-ons stupidly called channels find stuff you knew as a kid, but not allowed to watch. Like, oh shit, Maniac Cop. That movie is so fucking funny. Oh my god, that is a classic straight to VHS 80s exploitation. And it's such a good name, Maniac Cop. It's like Dirty Harry, but done as a slasher film. So fucking funny. And there were several Maniac Cop films. I think there were at least 3 Maniac Cop films. There's the thing. This is what happens, Safa, when you try to be cutting edge with CGI. 9 times out of 10, when it's released, you think it's great, but in only a few years, it looks shit. So Lucasfilm's Attack of the Clones in 1K, so the 4K is an upscale. Yeah, okay. And Chog is saying, renting films from bricks and mortar. It was a whole thing. Looking at the shelves and going, what will I get from the shelves? But yeah, because that was a different and physical experience. Oh God, I remember Shocker as well. Yes. The guy who gets executed in the electric chair, but because of a deal with the devil, he comes back or something. Talk about CGI, and I know I always talk about how I love Rogue One, best Star Wars, but the CGI Tarkin and Leia, although last time I rewatched it, I thought the CGI Tarkin was fine and was in for many more scenes, but the CGI Leia was still, that doesn't look good. Oh God, I remember that too. 976 Evil. Jesus. Oh, okay. The filthy section, back in the 80s, before it got made illegal, was always at the back of the store in New South Wales that I remember. But then it got made illegal altogether. I don't know. The CGI Leia, there's just something wrong. Ooh, I don't know that one. Dark Crimes starring Jim Carrey. I don't know that one. Yeah. That's what I remember. The room behind the curtain for the pornos. Pornos. But even when I was in America, where the pornos were legal, that was in the room behind the curtain. Okay. Well, here's my possibly unpopular opinion of the Disney Star Wars movies. Force Awakens was way better than I thought it would be. Last Jedi, for me, is right up there with the best of Star Wars. Rise of Skywalker is a fucking abomination and an embarrassment. It's terrible. And I want to rewatch Solo at some point, because I think they just messed up with when they released it. I don't think it was a bad movie. I want to rewatch it at some point. Because I literally don't think I've rewatched Solo since it first came out. So I want to give it another go, because I don't think it was terrible. Yes, Andor. Rogue One and Andor it's not even close how they're the best of the modern Star Wars. So Shriek say you'll still had video games at the front because people try and steal it. Yep, that's the whole thing. I even remember an early date with Mrs. Angry was getting a video from the video store. There's Netflix and Chill before Netflix existed. It was getting renting a video from the video store. Yes, you would rent the game consoles as well. Yes. So I think we are. Now I'm going to look it up. I think we are getting an Andor season 2, which we fucking need. because it's just the best. So Andor season 2. Oh, there was a trailer, was there? Or is that just some cunt on YouTube doing a fake trailer? I fucking hate people who do fake trailers with a fucking passion. Like, I want to put their head in a fucking meat grinder. Fucking hate them so fucking much. Okay, so Andor season 2 has finished filming. They're saying there's 12 episodes released late this year or early next year, depending how long it takes them to render all the CGI. Okay. So should you say you're getting rolling? Oh, man, I'm going to very soon too. So Joe, you reckon Force Awakens was okay? Last Jedi? No, I think Rian Johnson did a fucking brilliant job. And this is me sticking my neck out. I love what Rian Johnson did. But when I found out the Disney people didn't even have a coherent idea for the trilogy, it's just like, you fucking idiots. You should have had a narrative arc. You should have known where it was going. The fact that you didn't is just ridiculous. Hey, Noog, how you going? You've caught me kind of just before I go to bed, I think. Luke, you got lucky your aunt bought a Nintendo 64. Might have forgotten to return Turok 2. I think I played Turok. I don't own Turok. I do have a Nintendo 64 that maybe still works. But I don't think I had Turok. Oh, Safa, Rian Johnson kind of parted ways with Disney. He does stuff like he did that detective thing, Glass Onion, and whatevs with, James Bond in it, which I really like. I love those fucking movies. Yeah, I just think Rian Johnson stopped trusting the Disney people, basically. I thought Knives Out was fucking amazing. Glass Onion was pretty good too, the second one. I like it, but Knives Out was fucking amazing. Rian Johnson's a good filmmaker. Okay, excellent questions. Chog, the whole Snoke thing was very weird. I won't argue with that. I absolutely disagree. Luke's a fucking Jedi. What has happened with all the Jedi every time when they fucked up, they ran away and hid? Ben Kenobi did it. Yoda did it. When the Jedi fuck up, they run away and hide. Luke did what every Jedi behind him did. I know Mark Hamill kind of said that. I disagree completely. That was down the line what the fucking Jedi do. They're a bunch of leaders. The casino scene, he was trying to do something important with the casino scene, and I don't think it completely worked. Like, that was that movie's cantina scene. They want a cantina scene in every movie. But he was trying to establish that there was a world outside the Empire and the Rebellion, and it was just rich cunts who were making money no matter what. And I thought that was a really important thing to explore. I will completely cop to it didn't completely work, but I think he was doing something important there. Oh, look, again, happy to disagree, Chog, but like Last Skywalker was a fucking abomination. And in fact, even just the resolution, Rey striking down the Emperor in anger, that is by definition making her Sith. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Or you can play Turok on their laptop. Neat. No, it's like the casino scene was a double thing. It was that movie's cantina scene. For some reason, they want a cantina scene in every movie. But like I said, he was also trying to do a thing about outside of the Empire and the Rebellion, there were these rich fucks who were just always making money. And I thought that was very important. Frankie, you're trying to remember Australian TV shows you saw as a kid, guy wearing a black cowboy hat with police written on it. Okay, that sounds fucking weird. I don't really remember that. There was a lot of Australian cop shows in the 70s, though. Oh, God, somehow Palpatine Returned was the worst bit of writing. I'm hoping the Rey movies will be good. Because she's a really good actor. And if they do a good story, they'll be good. But who knows? I think they need a good writer for Rey. Yeah, they need better writing. If they're going to do more Star Wars films, they need much better writing than they ended up with. It's just, oof. But it's a whole thing. Also, there was an interview that I think not a lot of people realize. Lucas did where he's talking about the prequels. Why does the prequels have really over the top fighting styles that aren't in the other Star Wars movies? Is saying because the people in the other Star Wars movies did not have the training that the Jedi in the prequels had. He said the Force is like yoga. Anyone can learn to use the Force. It's like doing yoga. And the more you study, the better you'll be at it. And that's why you had all those really over-the-top fight styles in the prequels that weren't in the other ones, because they'd all had more training. All right, Frank, so you reckon this cop show with the guy with a hat was a Western, desert setting, wooden houses, a bit different? Someone else told you, was it Boney? I feel like it might be Boney that you're thinking of. A part Indigenous cop called Napoleon Bonaparte. TV show Boney. 71 and 72. No, we need pictures of Boney. Oh, God, I typed it wrong and it's Boner. Boney. Images. All right, I'm going to show you Frank. Does this look like what you're remembering? Does that look like what you're remembering, Frank? That was a cop show from the 70s called Boney. I think the guy was meant to be part Indigenous. And I think his full name was Napoleon Bonaparte. And he was called Boney. Oh, God, Brooke Boney is in this. She's a TV presenter. But that guy, does that look like what you're remembering, Frank? And yes, I did think Darth Maul's fighting style looked cool. It was very balletic. So yeah, I was stretching hard thinking of an old Australian cop show where the lead character wore a cowboy hat, but I think it was Boney. And I was like, that's 1970, 71. You reckon it kind of fits, but that's not quite there. So if you want to do Star Wars on Hard Quiz, I mean, you would get super mocked by Tom Gleeson for choosing Star Wars. but he'd do it. All right, I'm going to search on Pop. God damn it. With cowboy hat. Oh, okay. There's a modern one. Mystery Road. Okay. I thought you were thinking of an old one, Frank. There is a modern one called Mystery Road. Aaron Pedersen. He's hot. Does that look right, Frank? So Mystery Road's pretty good. Maybe that's what you're thinking of, Frank, but I thought you were thinking of a really old show. This is a modern one with Aaron Pedersen. Who's streaming that? Because if that's like Apple TV or Stan, I'm not going to watch it because I don't subscribe to those. I did see the trailer for it. And I also agree, Ewan McGregor is very good. He's worth watching. It's on Paramount Plus? Okay, I have Paramount Plus. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. I think we'll at least watch an episode and see if it's any good. Speaking of which, I think I might still be able to get it on SBS streaming. Firebite, thing about Indigenous vampire hunters. Right, so Frankie, you're thinking of an old one, had police. So not the one I'm showing you. Okay. See if now Cowboy Hat's just showing up Mystery Road shit. Because he wears a cowboy hat. Well, who the hell knows? Wait a sec. If I search old Australian TV series, because it's not ringing any bell. No, it just brings up Mystery Road still. It's like cop show with cowboy hat. It's Mystery Road. Oh well, what the hey? Oh yes, Ewan McGregor was incredible in Trainspotting. I really like Trainspotting. It's shite being Scottish. All right, you know what? Although it's not that late. Ugh, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I need to not be fucking wasted. Eat the cherry though. Not much hash in there. Fucking yum. I love those fucking cherries. Fucking yum. Well, you know what? I might put a little bit more flavour in this when this is angry. Where are we? My whiskey liqueur. Oh, yeah, you and his pleasure, eh? Oh, thanks, Chog. I think you're a legend too. I think you're all legends. I really enjoyed the hangs tonight. Giving this in for a bit more flavour for Mrs. Angry. Have a little sip. All right. So, oh God, it's lunchtime for you, Frank. All right. So I'm going to go sleepy bobo. And I'll probably be back on Tuesday. God, Monday and Tuesday are meant to be rainy as fuck here, like 20 to 40 millimeters. It is April Fool's tomorrow. That's true. Not at all. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday are meant to be rainy as fuck here, 20 to 40 millimeters each day. Ugh, and I was going to go into the office on Tuesday, which I fucking hate the idea if it's shitting down rain. Like, I swear to God, I get up on Tuesday and it's pissing down rain. I'm just going to go, my train station flooded. It's cut off public transport. I'm just going to work from home today because fuck it, basically. Anyway, we'll see what happens. You'll take care. Go to bed. You're going to sleep in, have all those good things. I want you to find people to look after yourselves. See you another time, but